Welcome back to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. I'm here with Torrance Fate
Inhauer.
Fate Inhauer. Wow, that is such a great last name.
11 letters.
Like how?
It was fun to learn the spell as a child.
I mean, how many people tell you, oh my God, I love your last name?
Most people struggle with it, actually. So, but yeah, I mean, having unique names always been something I kind of enjoyed as growing up and stuff like that.
It's like Fate and Power.
Yeah, that's how my 3-year-old says his last name.
Oh, I love that.
His name is Everett Fate and Power.
I love that.
And we don't tell him anything about it because we like that.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Well, Torrance is from UFC Gym Santa Clarita, which BalaCore has partnered with, which is such exciting news.
Big news.
Yeah,
Huge.
we're going over there this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's our big moving day, Friday, Saturday. Saturday's the big day. We'll be in by Monday.
Yep.
And BalaCore will have their classes. But I want you to talk, I'm going to talk about BalaCore classes,
Sure,
and I'm going to go over them a little bit more specifically. But what I'd really like you to do is talk about all the classes that UFC Gym Santa Clarita has to offer. Before we went to the break, we talked about the classes that you have for the youth.
Right.
You have so much for youth. So we can even like go over those and just go from 5 to adult, all the different classes
Sure.
you have available.
So for our youth members, that would be anyone 5 to 12 years old. We offer youth striking, which is a kickboxing oriented class. We have youth Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a self-defense class, focuses on grappling and, you know, teaching proper leverage, balance, and technique to overcome your opponents without having to hurt anybody. There's no punch kick ever in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then we have Kids Daily Ultimate Training, which is the souped up version of PE that we grew up with in school. We build out obstacle courses. We have sometimes there's a dodgeball element. We keep it fresh, we keep it fun. And then the kids too, on Fridays, we have Freedom Friday, where, you know, we can kind of scale back some of the rigid technique and have a little bit more fun and play games with them and stuff. Especially, you know, 5 to 8-year-olds, that really seems to help with the attention and you know, wanting to come back. So we are bringing on next month as well a youth wrestling program, and that will be through USA Wrestling, which is the governing body of, you know, Olympic wrestling.
I love that, because there's not a lot of wrestling. There isn't any wrestling in our public high schools out here.
No,
I think over at Trinity, I think a couple of the private schools might, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know Valencia High was doing a club type thing too for a while, which is exciting. I mean, I'm from the Antelope Valley, and, you know, we're right down the road, and wrestling's huge. And as you go down into LA, San Fernando, it's huge. So I would love to see it kind of spark with our kids program maybe, and as they hit that high school age, be a pathway they can choose. I mean, wrestling's an amazing sport, builds tons of character. Fitness is just through the roof for wrestlers. And then, you know, with the added benefit of learning proper nutrition and things that we teach at the gym, it's just, I mean, it makes sense to bring it onto the schedule.
I love it.
And we have lots of good wrestling coaches already on staff, so to see them bring out that side of their skill set will be fun to see. So that's our kids programming for now. More comes all the time. UFC headquarters is going to take the youth striking and actually make it a progressive thing, kind of like traditional karate, where they get belts and they level up. We won't really do belts, but we'll do some sort of promotion system. So that also helps motivate a child to kind of push harder and stick with it. Now, adult programming, we do functional fitness and we do martial arts based classes. For our functional fitness, we have adult daily ultimate training, which is I would explain it kind of like a boot camp circuit training course. It's never ever the same. You'll never take a date. We call it DUT or DUT. You will never have a DUT class repeat itself twice. There's no rigid format. And we use specialized equipment in there. We have battle ropes. We have weighted sleds. We have kettlebells, giant medicine balls. We have tires that are made for flipping that aren't dirty. They're beautiful and they have handles on them. And
they are beautiful. I did see them.
they're the coolest thing. We have soft plyometric jump boxes so you won't scrape your shins. Again, going back to the safety thing, injury, you know, you can go in there and have a super intense workout and nothing's going to hurt you. And daily ultimate training, it focuses on building up somebody's proper, you know, bringing out the athlete in everyone to whatever extent it can be. My mother's taking daily ultimate training. She can get up on a box. She can move the battle ropes. She can do the sled. Good to go. And she has never played a sport in her life. So
I love it.
Daily ultimate training, as far as the functional classes, is my personal favorite. I love taking it. Great coaches too. We have 3 or 4 different teachers, and they all bring a different flavor, so that's nice too. We have a class called Matrix, which is a TRX class, which is suspended training. You're using your body weight in these special straps to build strength, promote, a stronger core, and we do add an element of cardio in the class, so you don't get out without sweating a little bit. And then we just added yoga to our class schedule, which is great to help with, injury prevention, recovery, balance, flexibility. And it's a really good complement to what we do in some of our other classes. That just started this week. It's been an overwhelming success, so we're excited.
Good.
Now on the martial arts side of things, we do boxing classes. This is a conditioning class taught on heavy bags. You will get a full body workout. We do not exclude, strength training, cardio. We do some ab circuits at the end, a good cool down, and you get to learn boxing technique. If you've never boxed before, it's a great place to be. If you've boxed your whole life, you're still going to go in there and have a good time and get your killer workout. We do a kickboxing class. It's just the same, but with kicking instead of just using your hands. We have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class for adults. Hands down, one of the best self-defense classes you can take, and recently has exploded into a sport. So if you want to become competitive with it, you're more than welcome to. And that one is our most traditional martial art class, where you do wear a uniform, you get belts, you promote, you learn new techniques, and it's great because everyone can do it. It's not just for guys. It's not just for like a women's self-defense class. Me and my wife train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu together.
I love it.
Every day. So that's really cool. We have a lot of parents with teenagers who train it together too, and it's funny watching people bond over learning how to put a proper choke on their dad. It's cool. And we have mixed martial arts, which is what the name implies. We take everything that you could do and put it together. Mixed martial arts is our probably most, I guess you would call it, fighty class, because we do allow sparring in the class. You are fully padded up. If you don't have all the equipment, we won't let you go in there and risk injury. And it is controlled by a professional mixed martial arts fighter who controls the class and makes sure people are learning safely and getting to experience the techniques in the right way. And we just also added a kickboxing skills and technique class, which takes the kickboxing off of the bag cage. It takes it off of the conditioning element and focuses more on proper technique, and teaches how to apply it in a partner setting. So you do get some sparring in that class as well. So those are our core classes that we're doing right now.
And now you're going to have cycle classes starting.
Cycle is coming on.
So we're going to have indoor spin or cycle classes. I call it both. Indoor spin, indoor cycle, either one you want to save. And the bikes are amazing. They're beautiful bikes. They're coming in, top of the line bikes. You can't have anything better. And then the BalaCore is coming along. And for anyone that you've been listening to my radio show before, BalaCore is on a piece of fitness equipment I invented. It's a flat bench and a floor model filled with air. So your core's engaged, your proprioception, coordination. Proprioception is where your body is in space and time.
Right.
It's a really important part. And they use it a lot with athletes right now, because as an athlete, you really need to understand and know that and be able to feel that. But you're using your strength, your coordination, your balance, your stabilization, and your proprioception. So a lot of things going on, but it's coming from my 37 years in fitness and being a fitness model, having to keep my body healthy at all times and fit at all times.
Right.
So it had to be photo shoot ready, but it couldn't be injury.
Right.
Because if you're injured, you can't do that. So it's very, very safe what I've taught. And what it does, you will gain strength and you will lose weight and you have lean muscle mass. And the BalaCore body has a certain look to it. It's kind of for women. I hear all the time, it's like shrink wrapping their body.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like their waist kind of comes in, and and I do believe that women should have curves and muscles as well.
Yeah.
We need to be women. We
Definitely.
need to be, and so all the women that come to my class definitely get that. The men that come to my class actually start to notice that their endurance starts to get increased quite a bit.
Awesome.
And they can actually go out in to the floor and lift more than they do in my BalaCore class. So because you're on air, you lift a little bit less, but then when you get out onto the real floor and a real bench, you can lift more because now you've done it on the BalaCore.
Exactly.
Yes. And what I've also noticed, which is fantastic, is the endurance in all ways. Like I was training a rapper, and he would get on stage and he would be completely out of breath. Now, he just trained on the BalaCore, but because you're on air, all that oxygen and everything flowing and going through your legs, and how your legs have to work overtime just to keep you stabilized and balanced, he got on the stage and it was like he was just jumping around the whole time, and he never, ever got out of breath after that.
That's awesome.
So even though you don't think that you're running, you're not going out and you're running 20, 30 minutes, while you're in my class and doing the leg and doing the different kinds of moves that I'm taking you through, you're getting all of that. And we all know that resistance training, when you're working with weights and your resistance training, once you are done, your body continues to burn calories up to 2 hours later.
Oh, yeah.
When you're doing strict cardio, the calories stop when the cardio stops. Yep. There's a complete difference. And for men and women in their 30s, 40s, and beyond, we start to lose our muscle mass. Not only that, but our bone density.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm huge on free weights.
Definitely.
Because bands will work your muscle. Mm-hmm. But the free weights is where your bone density comes in. Yep. So it's so important to keep that up. So that's a very big thing with me. And also why I like to use free weights more than I like to use a bar is because when you're using free weights, one arm cannot rely on the other, one leg cannot rely on the other. Everything has to work, and you have to be able to balance out. So that left leg's going to work on the left without that right leg involved. The right arm's going to work without the left hand maybe helping it. So everything I do is keep getting your body into a very balanced state, because a balanced body is a body out of pain.
There you go.
It's the imbalances that cause the pain in our bodies. Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's hitting in the fitness industry as a whole, because we ordered all our strength training equipment, and like you see, the concept's there now. The machines, all the handles are independent levers from each other. You cannot cheat, basically, using your stronger, for me, my right side, to help get that left arm up on a shoulder press.
Yes.
They're both independent. So I mean, the proof's out there. Everybody's catching on. You were just smarter than all of them.
I was a little ahead of my time. No,
there you go. Pioneering.
Yeah, it was funny when BalaCore first came out, it came out in just kind of the timing of it came out right when everybody was doing CrossFit.
Okay.
So nobody even wanted to think about what I was doing. But I saw the need for what I was doing, working as long as I have in the industry. Mm-hmm. So I just kept with it, and I knew what I was doing was right. And I knew that the time would come when everything goes in a circle. That full circle would come around to traditional. Mm-hmm. Because the reason why traditional resistance training and weight training has always been there and never goes away is because it's effective, it works, and it's going to continue to work because of the kinesiology and the biomechanics of our body.
Right.
We can't change those.
Nope.
They are what they are. Mm-hmm. And the equipment that you do have that is a double levers or an isolateral. Isolateral is one arm or one leg at a time. Mm-hmm. And that's the theory that they're using. And it's such a great theory to walk into a gym and know they get this.
Yeah.
You know, it's such an important thing. And that's why I love UFC Gym, Santa Clarita. We have almost that same thought process. Mm-hmm. And I love that you're doing the martial arts, because martial arts has always been a love of mine, passion. I mean, I think it's such a great training for children and
Definitely.
for adults as well. Mm-hmm. And then we have the resistance. So we're getting strength. You've got the room where they've kind of taking a safe version of CrossFit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and I love that too, because people can kind of experience that, but it's safe.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, the DUT class, people, when they ask us for, do you offer CrossFit? Because they see all these mixed martial artists on TV that look like they're doing CrossFit. Yes. Some do. I mean, yeah, that's true. But there are elements of that, and like you said, it's safe. I mean, our plyo boxes are soft. Everything's safe. You can't get hurt. And the other difference is we don't push you past a limit that's going to get you injured. Mm-hmm. That's just not going to be acceptable for us.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's that. And can I tell you about fitness? I don't know where we've gotten so railroaded into the place that if you're not getting hurt, you're not getting better.
Right.
You know, I don't know how we've gone off, but the good news is it's all coming back around again because people are being tired of being hurt. They don't want to be hurt anymore. And they're seeing that they're not getting the results. I have women and men that have come to me personally and said, yeah, my body looked great, but I was so injured that I couldn't even enjoy my body. And we have to remember, fitness is about having a good quality of life.
Exactly.
You know, so we don't want to go off and railroad ourselves into different directions. And as far as nutrition, I think all of our nutritions are probably going to all come together very, very well over at UFC Gym Santa Clarita.
Sure.
Mine is a lot about anti-inflammatory foods. I'm not about starvation.
Right.
And I'm not over the top protein or over the top anything. It's a very balanced nutrition. And I also want it to be tasty. There's no reason in the world why healthy nutrition cannot be tasty.
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah, I mean, for us, nutrition is, you know, we don't have somebody on staff who is like a nutritionist.
No, you
do now. But for us, it's just, for our members, I mean, UFC Gym is ridiculously realistic.
Yes.
You know, we expect you to just try to make a smarter choice. And we preach it at the 5-year-old level. If you're, you know, we have a few kids who mom asks what they want for dinner, and she gives them the options, and they pick the chicken and the vegetables over the macaroni and cheese out of the, you know, microwavable tub.
Yep.
It's just little things. And then from there, as we become more educated and we learn more and progress in our nutrition to where we're comfortable, we see the better results. We get the cleaned up version of that.
Yeah, and the more the parents know about nutrition, the more the kids will know about the nutrition.
Yeah.
And the great thing is, I know with my kids, you know, my kids are now 23 and 22. So they're up and older. And, you know, what I went through with them, nutrition was really going through a real interesting time when I had my children.
Okay.
Because high fructose corn syrup really hadn't started yet. They actually really started with real sugar. Like that transition was right about that time.
Okay.
And the GMOs were just starting.
Right.
And we didn't even know they existed at that moment. And I was even wondering, when I'd be getting fruits and vegetables and all these things, why is there no taste to my food?
Okay.
You know, bananas used to have a flavor. Now they have no flavor.
Right.
So what I would start to do with my children is incorporate a little bit of organic fruits and vegetables. And then what I started to notice is they started to crave the actual flavors from organic because they could taste it.
Yeah.
So then I'd give them a non-organic apple, or my son would go to school and get a non-organic apple, and he would tell me, Mom, can I bring my apples? The apples at school taste funny.
Right.
The banana had no flavor, Mom. So at that point, their taste buds started to kind of create healthier choices for them.
Excellent.
Now, you know, did they go through their living through fast food? We all did. Can I tell you, when I was 14 years old, I lived on Big Macs. I mean, I will say that. I mean, every Saturday, my parents would take me to McDonald's. Now, thank God I did have parents that kind of said, okay, only once a week.
Right.
But I couldn't wait for that Big Mac, and I wanted like 4 of them because I could only have them once a week, you know? So, you know, we all went through that, and every now and then nothing tastes better than a good hamburger. The good news is, though, you can have a good hamburger.
Oh, yeah.
They have great ones out there.
Clean. Tastes way better than the stuff you get out in the fast food world.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just, I will take a homemade hamburger any day.
Yeah, bison burger. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah.
One of the cleanest, best proteins you can get a hold of is bison.
Yeah.
And it's so flavorful. And you have a great bison burger, and you can even find sweet potato buns, and you can find them sometimes.
Yep.
So you're having a sweet potato bun and the bison burger. There's flavors out there, and I love playing with flavor and making it delicious. And we give that to our children, and we introduce it to our children, and they're going to start to crave it on their own. Because what happens with high fructose corn syrup and packaged products like that, there becomes a craving for it.
Right.
Because our body's always at a deficit and needing more. So our body is screaming nutrition, 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 and we keep grabbing those potato chips. We'll never get, because our mind is saying we need to keep grabbing something, but we're not fulfilling it. So it's like an empty tank that we keep filling with crap.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the same thing with any kind of, aspartame, which is diet products. Same thing. So if we teach our children young what it feels like to be filled with real food, food, they're going to get to know the difference.
Oh, yeah.
And feel the difference. I love when my members come in and tell me, I've been eating your anti-inflammatory food for about a month, and then I went out this weekend and we ate at restaurants all weekend, and Ellen, I had no energy. I just didn't feel good. It almost felt like poison. I'm like, because it kind of is a little bit. I don't want to go to that extreme, but kind of a little bit.
It's bad gas in the tank.
Isn't it? It's bad gas in the tank. So we don't want that. We want good, healthy food and healthy nutrition and great workouts that are good for us. That is what fitness accompanies. You know, all those things rolled into one ball. That is true fitness. We're going to be right back. This is Ellen Como on BalaCore Fitness Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You're listening to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como, and I'm here with Torrance Fatenhauer.
Nailed it.
Yes, it only took 3 times. I got it.
We'll have time to practice.
Exactly. We've been talking about how BalaCore and UFC Gym Santa Clarita have now partnered and joined forces, and we're going to be a powerful force in this valley for fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have the same philosophy. Fitness is about having a better quality of life and living your life in a healthy manner. And with nutrition and with great classes, and I love they have a mixed martial arts. They have all these different classes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have my BalaCore, which is strength training, conditioning, and all those things as well. And then we have cycle, so you're going to have great cardio. So we have all, I mean, this gym has everything. And they've got the treadmills, and they've got all the equipment you can imagine. And I just want everyone just to walk in the door. Now, it is over behind IHOP, across the street from the movie theater on Soledad Canyon Road. And I want everyone to know that, you know, if you're living on Plum Canyon, it takes you about 5 minutes to get there.
Okay.
And that's it. So many people think, I don't know what this is about this valley and, you know, the Canyon Country. It's almost like being in New York and Brooklyn and the city, right?
Right, yeah.
Nobody wants to cross that bridge, that little magical bridge. Even Justin, our engineer's laughing about that because it's like something that we all kind of, it's something in this valley. Oh, if I'm in Valencia, I can't, you know, Canyon Country, but come on, Canyon Country actually has a lot of great stuff. You have a Costco over here that we go to all the time. All of us do that, and it's not that far. My gym now is on Bouquet and Soledad, and it literally is 4 miles from my gym. That's it. 4 miles down the road, it's not that much.
Nope.
But for everyone that lives in Sand Canyon, Fair Oaks, you live in Plum Canyon, you're living in Newhall, right up the 14, right up Sierra Highway.
It took just a minute.
Just a minute. Agua Dulce, wherever you are sitting and you're listening to this, I want you to come in and see this studio, this gym. Yeah. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Like you said, it is a hidden gem. And what I really like is you have everything.
Yes.
And yet it's different.
Yes.
It's not something, you know, that you can compare. You know, we're not a big club. No. We're totally unique with everything you need.
Exactly. And then I want you to give out the address, phone number, how to reach you.
No problem. So we're at 18655 Soledad Canyon Road, right there by the movie theater. You can reach us by phone at 661-855-4150. Our Facebook page, if you go on Facebook, just look up UFC Gym Santa Clarita. If you look up just UFC Gym, you'll get a million options, so put Santa Clarita in there. Facebook, Instagram, we do all the social media, UFC Gym Santa Clarita. You'll find us right away. Or you can reach out to me at Santa Clarita GM at ufcgym.com, and I'd be happy to answer questions there too.
And everyone knows how to reach me on Facebook, Ellen Greenberg Como or BalaCore. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And I also want you guys, everyone that is listening to this show, to know UFC Gym Santa Clarita is here to stay. They're embedded. They're committed to Santa Clarita.
100%.
Yes.
We're locally owned. However, we have a giant corporate backing. You know, I know there's a little bit of a bad stigma with our location with previous occupants. We're not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. No.
They are a good company. And how many? You have a lot of different locations, right?
When I came on last year, we had 115 clubs in North America. We're at 250. We've expanded to Canada, Australia, Dubai. I mean, we're going to have 1,000 clubs in United States by 2020.
So there you go. So this is we're getting in at the baby stage, the beginning stage, in a beautiful, beautiful facility. They have a great philosophy. It's about fitness. It's about safety. It's about children along with their families. Like I said,
family.
The ultimate family club.
100%.
Yeah. UFC can stand for it stands for Ultimate Fighting
Championship. That's the brand name that owns the gym.
Right.
But yeah, 100% families, moms, dads, kids, teenagers, everybody.
So come by, and if you come by before April 1st, say BalaCore, they're going to be able to take care of you, and you're going to get a great deal.
Yep.
They'll take really good care of you. So come by, look at the pictures, come in and see it for yourself, and you're going to love the whole entire staff. Well, thank you for coming in, Torrance.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I want everyone to go out and have a healthy, fit day, and I'll be back next week. And that's about it. So let's wrap up. Right? Justin's kicking me off the air right now. And so I'm signing out. You're listening to KHTS AM 1220. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.